welcome to our English language courses beginner lessons. In today's lesson, we are going to put the verb to be and the jobs in a simple sentence or in a sentence. We will form positive sentence, questions, and negative sentence. So firstly, we talked about how do we use the verb to be. So when we say verb to be, we mean is, and and are. So these are the verb to be. But today we are going to see them as main verb in the sentences or full verb in the sentences and using the job. So with the singular noun and plural noun. Okay, so verb to be. So verb to be is, or by verb to be we mean is, and are. When we say verb to be, we mean is, and are. Sometimes they act in a sentence as helping verb, but sometimes they act as full verb or main verb. In our lesson today, we are to see them as main verb in a sentence. So these are nouns, these jobs are noun. So when we say a doctor or doctor is a noun, a student as well, a nurse and a farmer. So these are nouns. So we are going to put these nouns in a sentence, or we are going to form a sentence with them. So as we talked previously about and is and are, with the pronoun I, we use am because I is the first person singular. I talked about it in lesson 1. I said with I we use am, with he, she, it we use is, singular noun. These are pronouns. With we, you, they, we use what? We use are. But let us go and form a sentence, a simple sentence, or see them in a positive sentence act as main verb. So, for example, number 1, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. So last time I told you what doctor means. A person who has got a medical degree is called a doctor. So I'm a doctor. Number 2, she's a student. A student means someone who learns in a college or university. It's called a student. If you are now, you are a student because you are learning English. The one who goes to learn English or to learn other languages is called a student. So she's a student. She's a student. She's a student. She's a student. Number 3, they are teachers. They are teachers. So we are going to talk later about forming the plural nouns from the singular is by adding s, but there are different rules of making plural nouns. So we say they are teachers. They are teachers. He's a farmer. He's a farmer. A farmer, someone who works in a farm, grow trees, harvest crops, is called a farmer. So these are jobs. So here we put them in a sentence, a simple sentence, a positive simple sentence by using the verb to be. is, are. Again, I am a doctor. If you are a doctor, you can say, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. 2. She's a nurse. You can use a pronoun or a noun. You can say, Sarah is a nurse. Sarah. You can say, Sarah is a nurse. She's a nurse. So she is a pronoun that refers to what? To Sarah. She's a student. Sarah's a student. They are teachers. He's a farmer. Also, you can use, for example, you can say, Ali's a farmer. Ali's a farmer. So the pronoun he refers to Ali because Ali is a singular person. So we use he and she and it refers to refer to a singular noun. So he's a farmer. So we can see here, we shorten or we contract them. But here we can see the full contraction. Here, for example, I am, that means I am. So I shorten. Here we pronounce it I am. I am. Here we say I am. So I'm equal I am. He's. That equal what? He. She's. She is. She's. She is. They are. They are. He is. He is. He is. He is. These are the short form of using them all. How to use or how to contract I'm or I am to be I'm, and she's to be she's, and they are to be there, and he is to be what? He's to be his. So this is a positive sentence, but we are going to see them as a negative, or let us see how to make them negatives. Let us go and see them together as the negative sentences. So here are the negative sentence. So see how we make the negative sentence. So in English people make negative sentence by adding not after the verb to be. So for example, is becomes is not. Are becomes are not. That means they add not after the verb to be or after the auxiliary verb. So here we have isn't, aren't, not. So this is the negative sentence. So when we say isn't is a contraction of is not. It's a contraction of what? Isn't is not. So isn't is not. Aren't are not. You see? Contraction. Not. So contraction. Contraction means shorten. So we make the negative by adding not. When you add not after the verb to be is, so the sentence becomes what? Becomes negative. So we talk about using them. With I, we say I am, but we say I am not in making negative. So not, when we add not to the sentence, it gives the opposite meaning of the sentence. So he isn't, she isn't, it isn't, We aren't. You aren't. They aren't. Again, when we say aren't, it's a contraction of are not. Are not. Aren't. Are not. So this one equal are, aren't, are not. Isn't, is not. Not. Contraction of are, I am not. So this is how you make negative sentence. You just need to add not after is, after am, after is, after am, after are. For example, number one, Ahmed is a businessman. This is called a positive sentence. If you said Ahmed is a businessman, so this sentence is positive. So to make it negative, to say no, to give no information about Ahmed, you can say he isn't a businessman. So that means Ahmed is not a businessman. But if I said Ahmed is a businessman, so that means he's wealthy, he's good, he works, he makes business, a lot of money. He refers to Ahmed. Ahmed is a businessman. I want to say no. Ahmed is not a businessman. So he refers to Ahmed. He isn't a businessman, or he is not a businessman. So isn't a contraction of is not. So Ahmed isn't a businessman. Ahmed is a businessman. This is positive sentence. Negative sentences, Ahmed isn't a Ahmed isn't a businessman. So Ahmed isn't a businessman. This sentence is negative. 2. Positive sentences, Rayyan is a doctor. Rayyan is a doctor. So this is a positive sentence. You want to say, no, Rayyan is not a doctor. You say what? She isn't. So she refers to Rayyan. She isn't a doctor. So Rayyan isn't a doctor. She isn't a doctor. We just add not here to make it negative. If you add here not, it becomes negative. Rayyan is not a doctor. So she isn't a doctor. She isn't a doctor. So you see, in making negative, we just add one not. This is a contraction of not. So it becomes what? Becomes not. Number 3, I am I am a farmer. I am a farmer. So I'm not a farmer. So I can say I'm not a farmer. I'm not a farmer. I am a teacher. I am not a farmer. I am a taxi driver. I am not a farmer. So not gives the opposite, the negative meaning of the positive meaning. If I said I am a farmer, at the same time I'm not. You can say I am not a farmer. I am not a farmer. Number 4, we are teachers. We are teachers. This is a positive sentence. To make it negative, you need to add what? Not. So it becomes what? We aren't. We aren't. We aren't teachers. We aren't teachers. We aren't teachers. So this is how you make negative sentence If you want to change negative sentence, you need to add what? Not after the what? The verb to be. So we're going to see more about more negative sentences, and then we go and see how we make questions. Here are some more negative sentences. Number one, it isn't a plane. It isn't a plane. It isn't a plane. Number two, you aren't a taxi driver. You aren't a taxi driver. Number three, I'm not a businessman. I am not a businessman. I am not a businessman. He isn't a police officer. He isn't a police officer. Number five, she isn't a shop assistant. She isn't a shop assistant. Number six, they aren't students. They aren't students. They aren't students. So these are the negative sentence. I hope you fully practice the negative sentence.